Yeah, it's been a minute since I sat down and talked to you like this. Ooh, my glasses are so dirty right now. Not because I ran out of things to say, but because I've been buried. I've got 3 projects that have been going on at the same time right now, 4 if you include my son, and I think I owe you an explanation on all of them. The first one is a podcast network, Budapest.fm. I started building that pre-COVID and went through that. That cost me tens of thousands of dollars, if you can imagine, before I even got it off the ground. So I had to sit that down, rethink how I was doing it. The second one, I soft launched recently, and it comes out of something I keep running into here. Small businesses struggling. So I'm not going to sit here and market to you. Yeah. But I'll tell you what's behind it. I've walked into restaurants in this country with food that would put people in line back home. Made by hand. Recipes that go back generations. And the place is empty. Meanwhile, the chain down the street is packed. You know the names. KFC, McDonald's, all of them. Brands that got exported out of my country and dropped into this one. And I keep thinking, man, we got to get back to the mom and pop shops. Anyway, the third thing is Magyar Minute itself. There are some things developing right now that I think are going to move this whole thing forward in a very serious way. I'm not quite ready to put that out just yet, but it's coming. All right, so that's enough with the explanations. Now, let me tell you why I'm actually sitting here today. Because it happened by accident. I rent a storage space here in Budapest. I came up here once and I heard somebody playing guitar. Somebody in one of these rooms just playing. And I paused for a minute because that sound echoing in a building like this took me straight back to Los Angeles. Rehearsal spaces, rooms rented by the hour. Somebody always playing something down the hall. So I figured, all right, somebody's got a band in here. That's pretty cool. Then I came today and I'm walking past and one of the doors is open. And I didn't really look in properly. I just spoke. I said, hey man, what's up? I told him I hadn't met anybody in this building yet because I'm not really here that much. I'm right down the hall. I just wanted to come and introduce myself. And I'm looking past him in the room and it's got this machinist feel to it. Tools everywhere, dust, work clearly happening. So I asked him what he does. And he says he's a guitar maker. I said, a guitar maker? And he doesn't mean he fixes them. He builds them. Electric guitars, bass guitars, from nothing. Wood on one end, instrument on the other. So he let me come in, and I just stood there taking it all in. Bodies in different stages. One piece of maple in his hands with grain in it that looks like water moving. And I grew up in this. My dad was a drummer. I've had instruments in my hands my whole life, but I have never watched one get made. You play the thing. You don't think about the hands that shaped it. And here's the part that got me. This young man, Hungarian, this is his profession. Not a side thing, not a hobby he does after work. He showed me his website. He doesn't ship just domestically, he ships all through Europe. Sitting in a room in Budapest, building instruments by hand. That's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about this country. Because I say a lot about the talent out here, about people leaving, about opportunity not matching what people are actually worth. And then you open the door and there it is. Somebody who didn't wait for permission, didn't wait for a system to make room for him, just built the thing. So I want to say this as plainly as I possibly can. To anybody watching who's sitting on something, follow it. Do what you have to do to get to it. And I know that sounds like something people just say. I'm not saying this from a poster on a wall. I dropped my recording contracts and moved to a country I had never played a note in. I've started over more than once. I know what it costs, but I know it's possible. And now you know it too. Props to Peter. Full stop. I'm Ray, this is Magyar Minute. And sometimes the story is behind a door you've walked past 100 times. Look closer.